everybody, Carol here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be making another Christmas card, and this time it's going to be in black and silver. The stamp set is a penny black stamp called City Lights, and I'm going to be using this color box silver ink pad. And I have mounted this little cityscape off onto an acrylic block and going to ink it up and stamp it down on this strip of black paper, and I'll be putting one right after the other till I get the length that I want. Now it made a little mark because of the way it was cut out. The edge of the red rubber there, you can see, picked up some ink, so I cut into it, and I'm just going to pull that little section out with my tweezers. Could have taken it off the block, but it was already on there, so it just worked out fine. Gave it a good strong tug, and it came off. Now I also went ahead and cut off that little bitty star that was up above the little buildings, because I want to use it, but I want to use it across the whole strip and different levels. Now you can see the mark right there that made, and that's why I wanted to cut that off. So I'll just continue to stamp in a row, line them up, and get them to going. No mark there. Okay, I wanted to experiment and try a second row of buildings to see how they would work without masking off or anything else, and I think this silver ink is very good for that, because it begins to just blend in, and I'll be able to cover up that other part over there that didn't stamp very well, and you'll see a better picture of that at the end. Now there is a little star. I put it off by itself, and I'm going to stamp it down all across the top there, but in different levels, different heights, different positions, so that it will look more random than just the exact same place. I also wanted some little stars, very, very small stars, so I used a pencil and dabbed it into my silver ink pad, and that way I can just dab that down all across the sky, and so that it'll be very small. Now you'll see what that looks like. There is the single row of buildings. Here is a look at what happens when you put the double row of buildings, and I like that. And see how the silver just kind of seems to blend together. I was very surprised myself and liked that look. Now I also put up my white jelly roll pen, or got it out, and I'm making little bitty dots of white as opposed to the silver, and they're much smaller than the silver. Now I'm going to do a brush lettering, and I'm drawing my lines here for my lettering. I will put on some music and let you hear, and these are my Kuretake metallic pens, and I'll be back when this is over and we'll finish the card. Please know that if you don't like your own handwriting or printing, that you can use alphabet stamps and stamp those words out for yourself. So going on, we are going to make a bell, and I got this idea from Sandi Genovese. I give her all the credit. I die cut a circle to use as a template, and so I'm drawing off these circles. A little hard to see on the black paper, but I'll make the little ring at the top, and then a big ring across the middle, but curving the lines, curving the ends of the ring, and let them overhang the ring, the bell, excuse me, the way they would, hang off the edges. Now, right now, this is almost looking like a little stocking cap on a child, and I'm going to draw two little dots for where the holes go in the bell, and that even more looks like a little child because his eyes with this little hat on, if that helps you think how to draw it at all. Now we're going to make two lines from the hole to the bottom of the bell, try to meet in the middle between the two holes, and these lines are curved and very thin at a short distance between the two lines. And there's another way to see it. Just a curved V, you might say. And I'm not worrying too much about the lines because they're going to be covered over with this. I'm going to go back to my Kuretake metallic pen and kind of put it on its side to try to fill in as much as I could. And then I'm going to go back and do the ring or in the middle in the opposite direction to go. The brush stroke will have a different look, and it emphasizes that that ring is going in the opposite direction. And you can see that is certainly not straight, but we'll cut it out in a little while so it doesn't matter that much. And there goes the ring. It's darker because it's on top of the other layers of ink. And we'll fill back in a little bit. Now I'm just taking a plain gray marker, a light gray marker, going around those edges to try to give a little bit of shading, a little bit of definition. I wanted to cut the holes out with this hole punch. This is a 1/16 inch, but it didn't make a big enough hole, in my opinion, so I will show you the size of the hole there. So I didn't have a hole punch the next size up, but I do have this Martha Stewart screw punch, and I'm going to use it. It comes with these different tips, different sizes. It'll make different sizes of holes, and actually it'll make 3. I did 2 of each, a larger, medium size, and a smaller. So I'm going to go with the small one. You just screw those in and screw them out, and take one in, take one out, put in the other one. It's really easy. And so this one I'd already put in. And you will need a protective sheet of paper because it might go through 2 or 3 sheets of paper. So don't use this on your best piece of furniture at least without some kind of padding. But you line that hole up and you push straight down, and you'll see the paper twists, and it makes a hole. So line it up again on the other hole, mash it straight down, watch the paper swing, and there you have your holes. And I'm going to show you on that green sheet of paper, the hole, of course, did go through it, so that's why you need to have something underneath if you have any surface you need to protect. Now we're going to cut out the little slits leading up to the bell. Very simple. It doesn't have to be exact. Nobody's going to measure it. But you start at the bottom of the bell, go up to the hole, and just make a very thin cut. Going to get up a little closer. You'll do the same thing from the other side. Start at the bottom where the lines meet. Curve and go up to the other hole. And go back enough to make a very thin strip. So I'll quickly do the other one to show you once again. Curve, go to the hole. Curve, go to the hole. Curve, go to the hole. Curve, go to the hole, and that's what they look like. And I was so impressed with these when I saw them. I've done them out of solid sheet of paper, a solid yellow, and it looks really good. Very big. I made a very large one. But I'm going back now and highlighting. That was on another card, by the way. Highlighting around the lines once again, because every time you do that, it builds the color up a little bit. I'm going over the center of the bell one more time to highlight it, and then cutting it out. Of course, go around that little edge and go around the ring at the top. It would be cute to punch a hole in that ring and then put some very thin silver thread through that, or whatever color you're needing. And it cuts out, and to me it's every bit as cute as a die. Now I'm putting this Tombow Mono Multi Glue on the back. That is a piece I stamped on at the top. Set it aside to let it dry, and then it becomes repositionable. Meantime, I'm putting silver, I'm using the silver ink pad, going around the edge to highlight it, to give it definition, to give it a little frame, and it makes such a difference because I'm going to mount that onto a black sheet of paper and to show you what it looks like. It really does show out. So we're going to put this together, put down the black base. Could have used black cardstock and just made the whole thing out of black, but I already had the white card base cut out. Put down the black, then the other one that we just finished, and giving a little edge all the way around of the background black paper, and that silver really shows. Now here comes our little bell that is so cute. Silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city, and you can see all the components that go there. But now I'm also going to make another card, and this is landscape style with no black backing. This just has the silver edge around it. Put it down, then that's the back, the experimental page, and I'm gluing that cityscape down, and then we'll bring in the silver bell. And where am I going to put that? Yes, right there. So there you have two versions, landscape and portrait, whichever one you like better. And I'll pull the other one in, and there you can see them. I really like the simplicity, but at the same time the elegance of this card. I really hope you'll try it. You probably have a cityscape stamp in your stash, and now you know how to make a bell. So, and then this, I wanted to show you, this is how that ink glimmers and shines. It's so pretty. So thank you for joining me. There'll be some videos at the end and a chance to subscribe. So I hope you will, and I appreciate you being here. Bye-bye.